Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So last video we have discussed about Azure Active Directory Admin Center, and we have just have the overview about the various options available in this left panel. So in this video I just wanted to go ahead and discuss about the users options available. Okay, so in this user options, let's go and discuss about this user option. What is the use of this user option under Azure Active Directory? So users, so as I said in the last video, the user here we will be creating our user account, and it will be showing all the users or whosoever you created under this Azure Active Directory. So in this, let's say first here how you have to create the user account. So there are two options available. One is for create new user and another one is for invite external user. Invite external user is something like inviting a guest user to work with your environment for a short period of time, something like that. Okay, if they wanted to external user wanted to use some of the resources in your Office 365, so that time they may don't want really a Azure AD user account, but they may need some account to access your environment, right? So that time you can use this guest user account. So guest user account and external user both are same. Invite external users almost same, right? So let's see first how to create a new user account in Azure Active Directory. So we are in Azure Active Directory. So here is an option to create a new user. Let's click on this create new user. So once you click the create new user, it will again ask you to confirm whether you wanted to create a new user or invite a user. Okay, let's first go with the create new user. So here you can see these are all the fields are mandatory. Let's say I'm going to create a user one. Okay, so the user one, this is a name, this is a display name it will be take, and this is a username. So if they wanted to log into this Office 365, then they should be using this login account only, user1 at the rate of my domain name and followed by the password. And the first name, if you want, you can provide. I will provide like user1 for just differentiation, user1. Okay, I have given the same. So here there are two options. You can auto generate a password and you can copy the password and share to them, or otherwise you can create a password and share the same password to the user. Let's say for this I create a password. Okay, so I have created a password of temp1111. So this is a very simple password I have created for this user account. Okay, and the groups as of now let's keep everything as default. None of them are mandatory, so I'm not giving any other information. Let it be. Let's just create a user account. So this is how you have to create a user account manually. Okay, I'm creating this user account. Okay, it will take some time to create a user. Let's refresh it. Yes, you can find here the user one is created. So if I click on the user one, you will be seeing multiple options, like what are all the properties user one is having, and what are all the things you can do in the user one account, everything. So here you can see the user principal name. User principal name is the name, is basically a login ID, you could say it. And every user account or every groups you are creating, that will be having one object ID by default. Okay, so this is object ID. This will be provided by Azure Active Directory itself. Okay, and the created time and all that. User type, because of we created as a user account, it is showing member. If we created as a guest user account, it will be showing something different as guest user. And identities, it is our identity. So right now the account is enabled. If you wanted to disable the user account, you can able to disable it from here. And since we are not added to any group membership, it is 0. There is no application permission this user has, so 0. all the, because we just created a user account, that's it. Okay, and here if you wanted to edit few of the properties, let's say this monitoring, it will be showing like when the user last logged in, sign in. I mean, if I sign in today, that time the today date will be showing, right? So since it's a new account, it is not showing any user sign in info. And the properties, you will be finding this info. So as an administrator, you can do all these actions, like you can upload the picture for this user, right? And you can change the display name, first name, last name, object ID you cannot edit. So I think we can edit. Let's see. Yeah, object ID we can edit. So yeah, sorry, object ID we can't edit. The login ID we can able to edit. Object ID is a permanent. Once you create it, that is permanent. We cannot change it. Okay. So what are all the things it's not graded out that can be edited? Okay, so let's say the user one. So these are all the basically the information available. You can see the last password reset, last password change time. So that is also showing here. So external user state and all, license. Yeah, we don't have any, we not assigned any license. We not provided any other information, any other such information, right? This on-premises field, if you integrated your Windows Active Directory with the Azure Active Directory, those attributes will reflect here. Since this synchronization is not enabled, it's showing no, and none of the properties is available for us, right? So under this assigned role, there is no AD roles assigned, because we wanted this guys to be, just a normal user. I'm not going to assign any administrator role for this user, so that's the reason I'm not provided any other roles. If you wanted to assign any role, you can just click here and add an assignment, that's it. And administrator units, as I told, once you created the administrator unit, you can add this user to that particular administrator unit. Okay, and groups, so if you wanted to add any groups, that is also can be added here. Let's say if I wanted to add this user to any one of the security group, see, these are all the security groups is available with my tenant. Let's say I'm adding this user to this u.s.sales group. I'm just added this user, that's it, it's done. If you refresh, you can see it's completed. It will take some time to reflect here. Yeah. We'll wait for a couple of minutes, and then it will reflect. Okay. Meanwhile, we will look at the application. If I assign any application permission, that is also will be reflecting here. So I will show how to assign an application permission, but not now. Also the license, if user is having any license, that can be identified here. So devices, so if user is registered any devices, that is also will be showing here. Azure role assignment, so the Azure role assignment is something on subscription level, so that is we not started, so we'll discuss about once we started that option. Authentication method, so if they configured the MFA, what is the MFA they have configured, what is the mobile number they have added, that will be showing here. Okay, as an administrator, you can give a push the mandatory MFA registration by just clicking here. So the next time when the user is logging in, it will ask them to register the MFA with their available option, right? So this is what we have provided, we have with this user account. Okay, so let's log into this user account. So let me copy this user dot. So I'm just copying that same thing. I'm trying to logging in. So and I'm just entering the same password which I given. So it will once I given the password, because there's a temporary password we have given. So whenever you're generating a password as an administrator, once you given to the user, the very next time they have to reset the password. The very first time when they are logging in, that time itself it will ask them to reset the password. So let's reset a password for this user. Okay, resetted the password. So now it should be able to allow me to log in. So it's right. So we are in portal.office.com. Since this user is not assigned any license, it's not giving me any apps. If I assign license, based on the licensing, available apps will be showing here, right? So you can see the user 1 and this is a user account. Okay, so meanwhile we'll go ahead and check the user properties again. What are the changes has been made here, because what are the things we have done? We just logged in and we change the password, so that should be updated here, right? So let's say go to this monitor. Maybe it would take time to reflect here. We'll check in our next class, because we have to provide some time, but I wanted to keep that video as much as small, so that's the reason. So you can see we have added one group membership that's also showing here, and if I click the edit properties, now it will be showing the password reset time. You can see this is the last password change time, 1816, right? So I created this 1810. After 5 minutes I resetted the password, so the password reset time is changed here. So this properties can be used when user is having any password reset kind of issues, right? You can see here it is also updated 11:46 p.m. it's resetted, right? This is our last password reset is done. Okay, that's for today. So in the next video we'll be seeing how to assign a license for this user, and I will be showing one use case. But there are some situation you unable to assign a license, you will be getting an error, but the error is not sufficient enough to find out what is the reason you are getting the error. But that use case I will be covering in the next video. Thanks for watching our videos. Please subscribe our channel and share the videos to your friends. Thanks again.